CarolJo's.com. We are live just a couple minutes early. I thought I'd let TikTok and YouTube let everybody know that I am live. So yes, I am live on two different devices or social medias. We are doing a live on TikTok and we're doing one on YouTube. So, and I go live on YouTube up to 4 times a week, and I go live on TikTok 7 times a week. The times where I go live on both are on chat days and tutorial days. I go live on both on those days, and then I go live on TikTok only when I do bead sales, which are on Tuesdays and Fridays. Hi, Grammy. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. And I go live on Facebook group and TikTok in the afternoon on Fridays and do jewelry sales. Hi, Brandy. So that is what we do here. We do lots of different things. And on chat days, you get to ask me anything you want about jewelry making or running a small business. Today's day, since we're live on both, we are going to do a tutorial. So we're just waiting for the social medias to let everybody know I am live, and then we will get started. So as always, on TikTok, if you guys can do 10 shares and 10,000 likes, we will be doing bead soup giveaway. Hi, Sonia. Since we're creating jewelry today, I thought we'll do the bead soup. I forgot to grab the earrings I wanted. Not earrings, the beads. Crawdads. We'll have to do a different style of bead because I don't want to run downstairs and get them because they are downstairs. So, snakies. But we'll get her. And it's funny because my backup account has yet to let me know that I am live. You gotta love TikTok. I know you guys don't always get notified. I get it because guess what? I didn't even get notified today on my own live that I was live. So let me try that again. I go on my backup account just so that I can see comments. And I only have a backup account of my TikTok. I don't have one of YouTube, so I can't do that. Hi, Tara. How are you doing? Let's see if it'll let me. There we go. I can finally see it. All right. We hit the half of the goal where we sent it out to 10 or more people on the shares. Thank you for getting us out there. Now, if you guys can tap, tap, tap away here over on TikTok, we'll see those bunnies, the eggs, and the peace lilies flying up the screen. Hi, Tiffany. Instead of seeing the heart. I'm not making bracelets today. I am going to be making a memory wire earring is what I'm going to be doing. And I've got a couple examples here. Hi, Molly. So here is one example, and I used an agate bead to make these. So there is one. Then I used one of the beads that we had recently on our bead sale for the second pair that I made up. And they are a multicolored glass bead with stars on them. There we go. We can see them better there on TikTok. Let me try seeing if I can get it there. We can focus better there on YouTube. We are going to have my granddaughter, we call her on social media Buttercup. So we are going to have Buttercup here, Buttercup's mom, my daughter. And then we will also have my daughter's dad join us. So just a very small Easter, nothing major. What are yours? Here is another pair of them using a faceted glass bead. Yeah, I do sell the fish hooks. Hi, Teresa. Do you want me to see about getting those on in the next week or so? Patty, do you need some? And I forgot to start any music. Alexa. Alexa. Play Mozart. Is, Patty, are you looking for these silver-plated fish hooks? That's what I have in stock. I do not have any stainless steel. Okay, anything silver. Got it. I'm also ordering... I have 2 beads on the floor. Let me get them. They're just rolling here. The joys of having a bead room. Um, fish hooks are like these. Yep, they're used for the earrings. It's this style. There we go. Being asked, what is a fish hook earring? And we're going to be using those today for our earrings. I have, this is the diameter of 2 1/4 inch for the bracelet. That's what I have. I have it in platinum and silver. That one is silver, and then this one is platinum. So if Grammy, if you just let me know which one you want, I can add it to your order. All right, so today with these earrings that we are making, I'm going to put these back on here and bring it up. You need, for supplies, you're going to need 2 beads, memory wire, a head pin to dangle your bead down with, and then we need the fish hook earrings or whatever earring type you want to end with. I'm doing fish hook. So that is the actual supplies that you're going to need. Your tools, memory wire cutters. Do not use your flush cutters on memory wire. It will break them. Okay. Let me write myself a note, Grammy, or I'll forget. So, hold on, pause for this. I'm going to write Grammy's request down. Okay. And it's funny because someone else requested memory wire and I didn't put it in theirs. Ooh, Valentina wanted clip earrings. I don't have it on my desk. I think it was Ducky. Oh, I got to remember. I am also going to use the bail making tool. This is finally back in stock with my suppliers, but I will tell you the price that I have to pay is almost full retail. So I don't think I'm going to order these right now. So if you guys want to get these, if you don't have it, go ahead and order them off of Amazon. They are about the same price as what I would even pay wholesale at. All right, let me write Ducky's down because I don't know where it went to. Oh, there it is. I found it. I'm going to put it in here so I don't lose it again. All right. Then you will also need the flat nose pliers. You're going to need round nose pliers. And you are going to need flush cutters. Don't use your flush cutters on the memory wire. We will use the flush cutters, just to let everybody know, for putting the bead onto the memory wire. So that is what you'll need for tools. And I have to find 2 beads because the beads I was going to do, you remember the blue with the, sorry, YouTube, you wouldn't know. We did it on a bead sale, which only TikTok users would know. But yes, I did. I replied to it, Tiffany. Did you get it? The blue earrings with that star on them, or the blue bead with that white star. I thought these would be really, really cool, and I was going to make them today, but I forgot to grab the beads. The reason being is that bead, you'd only need 2 to make a pair of earrings, and they will be for like Memorial Day and for 4th of July. But I forgot to grab them. I'll make them later because I think they'll be cool. So let me grab 2 beads. What colors? I did pink, purple, and multicolor. Let's do red. I haven't done red in a while. Let's see what I can find on my red beads. And you want to use like a 10 millimeter or larger. Thank you everybody that has started to follow me. I appreciate it. We do tutorials, we do bead sales, we do jewelry sales, and we have chat times here on my channel. Huh. I don't know if I want that one. It's a cool bead, but it's not what I'm looking for. Not feeling it. So I would do like a 10 millimeter or a 12 millimeter for this style of earring. Nope, I don't want that one either. I'm having a hard time finding a bead because I had something in my mind and I forgot to grab the bead. Ooh, I think I figured it out. We're going to do this one. It isn't a faceted, but I think it'll be cool. We're going to do an oval. It is going to be a red oval. is the bead we're going to use. Oh, okay. I haven't looked yet. I have been invoicing. I want to try to get all of our invoices out for the week tonight so that we can spend time as a family for Easter, and I don't have anything with my business tomorrow. I know, I'm being selfish. So when Ryan gets done with the post office, he will be coming and helping me invoice again. All right. Just got to get that head pin a little straighter. Okay, I am going to point you down so that you guys can see what I am doing on my bead mat, all right? And for YouTube, I can't see all of your comments when I do that, but you guys, I'll look for them when I bring you back up, okay? It's there. All right. You guys can see my bead mat. I have my 2 beads. I have my head pins. I'm going to set them up there for a minute. We are going to grab our memory wire. The memory wire that this is the silver 2 1/4 inch in the diameter of it. Now, when memory wire is like a giant slinky is what it reminds me of. And it will, just like a slinky, it will interact or, go over the other loops. You just got to take the time to take it out. There we go. So there we are. And I'm going to cut off 2 circles. So you'll see right here is where my memory wire starts at. See if I can get you there, right there. I'm going to cut 2 circles off right there. So right here's where it starts. I'm just going to grab my memory wire cutters and cut off 2 circles. And I'm going to set the excess aside. And they are 2 circles. You cut through both at the same time. Now, I want these to not be a full circle. So I'm just going to line them up on one side. So this side is lined up. This one is just a little bit different. And I am going to just cut off a little bit. And when I mean a little bit, I'll probably cut off about this much. So it is not a full circle. Don't let those go flying because you don't want to step on them. That would hurt. See how they are just a little bit less than a full circle. Still keep them together because we're going to want to keep them together. Okay, stainless steel is going to be a lot harder to work with. So over here on YouTube, someone is talking about they have memory wire that is stainless steel. Stainless steel will be harder to work with than this, and it's because it's stainless steel. So find your middle. Grab your flat nose pliers or chain nose in the middle. Both pieces, because we want this to be the same. I take and hold the plier with my right hand, and with my left hand, I push on it so that when I push, it becomes what the shape of it. Yeah, it was really tough. What they call the horse eye shape, because, it looks like a horse eyes. And you will notice here, this side is shorter than this side. And that is okay. See, this one's longer, this one's shorter. That is fine. Put one of these down, and we are going to work with one at a time. Okay, I'm going to move my other tools away so I don't accidentally grab them. I use this smallest one of my bail making tool. I did some research. This is 3 millimeters. And we were talking about a different style of bail maker last night on my live. And the one that they were talking about was the called Wrap and Tap, I believe is what it was. I went and looked at it after the live, and the smallest one on that one is a 2 millimeter. So you can get it down to a 2 millimeter size, just depending on what size you buy. I'm going to turn so it's pointing the small size, hi Chris, towards me. I'm going to use the smallest one, which is a 3 millimeter here. And you're going to put that in your tool. You don't want to push it so that that wire is all the way like towards you. Right now would be towards me. You just want a little bit in there to hold it in there, and so you can start turning it. The more you put in there, the more straight that end will be. And then just take it and roll it on the top. You'll have to reposition and just roll. There we go. And I did not do a great job at this, so I am not liking it. Let me see if I can straighten it a little bit and re-roll it. Memory wire is not as forgiving as normal wire, but you can straighten it sometimes and get it to roll better. So what I do is I just straightened it with my flat nose pliers, and I am just going to get that out of my way and try this again. And if it's not going to work, I'm going to start out. Ouch, I got poked. It's not working. So I'm going to throw those away. That's what happens sometimes. I am going to get 2 because I want them to be equal. We're going to start over at step 1. And it's okay. Just want to let you know, not everything always goes right the first time. And it's okay. Cutting off 2 pieces like we did the first time. Line them up. On the one side, and then cut just a little bit off of the other side so that they are just a little bit open. Grab your flat nose tool again. Yes, we are making earrings today, Carmen, with memory wire. Go in half, and then, like I said, I'm holding this with my right hand. With my left hand, I just push away from me on that edge of my pliers and make the horse eye look. And I'm going to put one down, because once I've like made my horse eye, I won't be able to measure it again. So that's why I had to start over. Now I'm okay with that. Once again, the short one, we're going to go on that short, the smallest bail, and then wrap it around. Finally got it. Okay. You take the longer one, put it through the smaller one. Flip it so that the end is towards me. So if you notice, the end is towards me. I take my bail making tool, once again, position it in that, just barely getting it in there, and then start wrapping it around. Like that. If you notice, it is not straight. You can take your flat nose and straighten it up so that it's standing up straight and not leaning like that. I will caution you, if you move your loop at all, double check to make sure that the end of your loop is still closed. And mine is still closed. Sometimes when you move your loop, even just a little bit, it will move your end and you will create a little baby opening between the 2 pieces of wire on that loop. You want them to be touching and closed. If that happens, you just take your flat nose plier and you just squeeze it together, you'll be able to manipulate it and figure out as you're working with it how to get it so that it is closed and straight. All right, let's do this with the other one. We're going to use the smallest one on the one. Remember, we have one that's shorter and one that is longer. We're going to start with the shorter one. We're going to round it away from you. So we got our circle. Put the piece of wire through the circle, that longer one. So you see it's through the circle. He's not moving there. Sorry. Was not my dad calling. It was someone else. But you will just do the flat nose there, or not the flat nose, the bail making. Barely get your wire in there, but make sure it's in there. And now roll away from you on the top. There it is. We'll move that there. There we go. So that's what it looks like from the side view. Now, this will be your front view of the earring. You can have it that way or this way. I'm showing you both ways because one is the back and one is the front. You will be able to, when you look at it while you're making these, determine which one's your front and your back. And the reason being, hey, he's just a titch off and not hitting it. There, now it's trying to get that to like line up with the wire. There we go. How you're going to tell is the back side, the wire comes over the wire. The front side doesn't. Okay. You need to know what's your front and your back for when you're putting it on your earring wires. Like I said, I'm using the fishhook earrings for my earring wire today. The fishhook always has either right here or right here a little slit that you can open just like a jump ring, either towards you or away from you. I'm going to go towards me. This is my back, so this is my front. Put that on there and then close it up by going the opposite way. So there is our earring on the earring wire without the bead. And he is bending down a little bit too. There we go up. There we go. So that is what I want. I want my two hoops or circle loops to be near each other. I'm going to do my other earring. Open it up. Put the front to the front and close it up. So there's our second one on the earring wire. Might seem weird that we put it on the earring wire already, but that is fine. Because then what you're going to do is take a head pin and put our bead on there. And that is not straight enough. It won't go down. There we go. Put our bead on. The bead, I might have to get either a different head pin or a different bead. I don't have my bead reamer over here. Let me try grabbing another one. The hole is not going into that head pin. So let me find that bead again. This wasn't silver, it's red. There it is. I usually don't put them away for that reason. Let's get a head pin. Put it on and see if this one goes on. Yep, that one went on. He just has a smaller hole. All right. So now we're going to take our round nose plier and we're going to make our loop. You can use the looper if you want on this. I just am going to do it with the technique I use, where you go 90 degrees away from you, put your tool 45 degrees in that angle, and bring it back. I know. And you just circle that around. You do have to reposition the tool to do that. Do not shut it off yet. You're going to open it up a little bit. And when I mean open, just lift up the top there. Take your earring, put that on your wire, close it back shut, and wrap it around until your wire hits the top of your bead. And then cut off the end with your flush cutters. I have out on YouTube a video on, it's called dangled earrings. That has the technique that I just did to attach this bead there And I would suggest watching that and pausing it as you're going through it so that you can do that. If you're not haven't done it before, I would make like 5 pairs of earrings so that you can get used to it. So there is earring number 1. We're going to finish up earring number 2. I was going to say, hey, Carmen, did you notice I don't even like ream them half the time? Because like if you do it through a wire bracelet, the wire is going to be smaller, and then the head pin. So then I'm like, I just throw it back and grab another one. I can ream them, but I don't ream beads very often. We're going to put this bead on there, and we are going to cut this one off. I'm going to pop you guys up. So there we are. There is a pair of the memory wire earrings. Yep, just like the other ones that we made on Thursday night. These are very, very simple also. And so we have time that we'll be able to make at least one more, if not 2 more pairs while we're on this live. I know, Julie. Okay, Julie, I have a question because I could not remember last night as I got off the live. Did you claim anything last night? I, for the life of me, can't remember, and there's a reason why I'm asking. I didn't realize it until we were almost done. Yeah, oh, crud. The reason being is that I had another Julie on, and I wrote you both down as Julie. So I need to double check with both of you as to which one of you two claimed which items. I have never done that before, and I'm usually good about writing down, but it really did not dawn on me until we got to the end of round 2, and I feel really bad. But we'll get her figured out. Okay. So I might have to download it to figure out which Julies are which Julies, but downloading on TikTok your live takes hours. Oh yeah. So Patty's asking to see my shiny bracelet. This is a Swarovski crystal bracelet. It's made with Swarovski crystals that are AB. And I wear it a lot. I usually stack it, but today I didn't stack it. I do not have any more of these beads because you cannot buy the Swarovski beads, or they don't make the Swarovski beads. I shouldn't say you can't buy them. They do not make Swarovski beads anymore. And so I've sold all I have. Oh no, Julie, oh Lord. I am gonna figure this out. I'll download it. And yes, this is a BP ring. Yep. So they're asking about my ring. Yep, this is a BP ring. Usually I have a BP ring on this hand, and then this hand is the rings that my family has given to me. So, of course, my wedding ring. And this is, if you guys have watched my videos, this is the ring that Ryan got me when we were in Sedona. And it's not doing it justice with the color. So that's my Sedona ring that I made a video on. Oh, good. I am glad, Carmen. And if you didn't catch my... Okay, and I know where she came in at. Okay, thank you. And that really, really does help me. So thank you for that. So I was gonna say, I have probably, I don't think I have 100 BP rings. I probably have about 50. And it's because there is a lady that lives like 2+ hours away from me that does it, and I'm supporting her business. BP is a fizzing. They get them in the little cubes. You will see the videos or people doing them all over YouTube, or not, sorry, YouTube, but TikTok. They're the little squares that they fizz, and then you get a revealed ring. You don't know what you're buying. You go in blindly. It's like a mystery. And I just love them. They actually, I think, changed their name to BP instead of what Patty put in the comments. So I just change them out. And it gives me a way that I can have an inexpensive ring that I can change out. Oh, wow. So, Grammy, you have a lot too. So, yep. I've been like doing them for like a year and a half, or buying them for like a year and a half. So, my thing is that when I say we can support each other, we can support each other even if it's something like I make jewelry, I make rings, but I like different things than what sometimes I make, and that's okay. And the thing is that we all just have to be able to, hi, Chris. Thanks, Bunny, for the follow. We just have to find things we like, and that's how we can support each other, if we're going to purchase. We can support each other by, the likes, the shares, the comments, going on our videos that we post and making comments on them on all of our different social media platforms. And that's what I seriously love about our community is we support each other. I am not a big ring person. Like I can't have huge size rings. And the reason being is that my fingers from here to here, I do not have a lot of room in between. And so my grandma I've got a lot of my grandma's rings, but she had larger hands. Like her fingers were a lot longer than mine. If you really knew, you can't tell on the video, but my hands are the size of a kid's size large glove. So I can't wear big rings. They're pretty, but I can't wear them because I don't have enough room. They will go above my knuckle, so they'll go up here on me, which is really weird looking to me. All right. I'm putting away the red. We have time that we can start some more. Yep, I love amethyst. I'm with you, Carmen. It also happens to be my birthstone. We're going to do a second ring here. Hi, and is it Mina? Is that how you pronounce your name? Once again, you want to, we have the beginning. I only actually have 2 loops on the left of the little piece that I'd cut off. And I want them all to be at the same size. So I'm just going to cut right here and get 2 individual loops of that memory wire. So we have the 2 loops. Whoops. There we go. I have it. It's the memory wire that I have. You're 2 days before me. I'm the 24th. No way. I did not know that, Miss Carmen. The reason why I haven't chosen to add the beads or anything before I close them up is that I don't want them to be in my way. But yes, you can add on here the beads and then make your loops and add them to your earrings, and you can just fill this up, or you can put you could literally put your beads on, put the dangle on, fill it up with beads and have it that way and make it your own. I have a hard time doing that because then I always have the beads slide off. If you could come up with a way to do it when you're making it your own, share it with us, please. All right, we've got them lined up where it's one, they go and touch each other. I don't want them touching each other. I want them a little bit smaller. And if you didn't want it to be as big as this, you would need to cut off a larger chunk before you made it into the horse eye shape. Oh, it takes practice, Grammy. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off. And what I mean by a little bit, I'll show you over here, like right there to right there. Just maybe the width of my finger nail there. Just so that they don't come together. There we go. They moved a little bit. Okay. I want to leave them together. I almost separated them. I got to move you guys down. I feel like I'm doing it up in the air. So I'm going to move you guys down so you can see my bead mat and I'm not up in the air trying to show you. Thank you, Carmen, for the tiny diny. I love those tiny dinies. I had to put it back up there again today for the goal. So find the middle of the 2 pieces of memory wire. But Chris, I was going to say, you can buy memory wire at any of the craft stores. You can buy it on Amazon. You can get it anywhere. Or I also have it if anybody wants it. I just got to get them lined up so that they're straight. All right. Now, nope, you're not straight. They want to move on me just a little bit. I want to make sure that they're right. Okay, I'm holding them tight now. Oh, thank you. We got to halfway to our goal. And then make the horse eye by just pushing this piece away from on the plier. And there you go. That's our horse eye. So do you guys see that? I don't know why they call this shape the horse eye, but they do. I don't know if there's another name for it, but if there is, let me know. And when I pull them apart, you're going to see one is shorter and one is longer. We are going to make a loop with the short one first. So we are going to move these tools out of the way, grab my bail making tie, this. Oh, yep, I can sell it. I don't remember the price off the top of my head, Caitlin. Or why do I keep calling you Caitlin? I am so sorry. Catlin. I can add it to your order if you like. You just need to let me know if you want. This is called silver. And then this one is platinum. So it's a little bit duller than the silver. The platinum is a larger gauge around. So it is a little bit, I know, but that's not what it is. And it drives me nuts that I do that. It's a little bit harder to do the loops with the platinum. I'll get you one of each. Okay, got it down. All right. Crafty, you'd like one? Okay, and Patty, okay. I'm going to write down on a separate piece of paper so that I make sure I get everybody. Crafty. And then Patty. I hope you have a good one too, Chris. We're keeping ours very low key this year, which I'm really grateful for. Okay, got you all down. I don't remember off the top of my head the gauge stuff. One is like a 22 and the other one is a 20 if I remember correctly. So this one would be the 22 and then the platinum is a 20 if I remember correctly. All right. We are not celebrating until 5 o'clock tomorrow night when Buttercup gets here. All right, so the shorter one, I just used my smallest bail tool loop, and I did a circle. If you noticed while I was doing it, I had the end of it pointing towards me, and I looped it over the top away from me. And that is the loop that we made. You will see, I'm going to show you here. You'll see that that loop is right against the wire. You want to make sure that it is closed. Now we're going to turn it around towards us. We are going to take that piece of wire that doesn't have the loop and put it through the one with the loop. And we are going to take our our bail making tool, get that on there, and then make a loop by going away and on the top. And you want to close up that circle. So there it is, all closed up. If you notice, it's right along there. You can see a little bit of air going through there. So let me get that pinched together. There we go. So now it's all closed up. But when I hold this sideways, if you notice, this is a little bit cockeyed. I don't know another word than that. Turn it so that it is straight. use your tool, your flat nose pliers, and make that straight. Once you've done that, you got to make sure that your loop is still overlapping or touching. There we go. You see how now that's straight? That's what you want. Yes, you could do, you can use your round nose plier to do that. I just found that this, because you have the ledge here, it is easier to use to keep it in the right spot. That's why I'm using the bail maker plier. You can use a round nose to do that also, but then it doesn't have that stopper part, so then it moves. I did not have this for the longest time. Now that I do, I like doing it for the loop when you're on a memory wire. I wish I would have had it earlier, but this is a 3mm loop, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like looking at this going, those loops are a little bit bigger than I wanted. So someone yesterday told me about one that has a 2mm, and I'm going to get that one and see what that one's like as a tool. All right. So once again, we are going to grab our other wire, and we are going to take the shorter one of the two, which is this one, and I am going to loop that one around on the top and away from me. Good morning, Christine. How are you? I'm going to make that loop. Take this wire and put it through the loop. I'm going to have that end towards me so that I can wrap it around the tool like that. And then we have another one. But do you notice how he's leaning off, like leaning to Tower of Pisa? We are going to take our flat nose and sit it up a little straighter. And when I do that, I need to make sure that this is still touching, and it is. So then we've got that. So now we have the memory wire with our loops for both earrings. And I am looking at this one, and I want this bottom one to be a little bit closer. It's just a little bit of air between it. And so you're just going to fiddle with it. And I don't know how else to word it, then you just need to like use your straight nose pliers and push them together and fiddle. There we go. Got it. Now I'm going to take my fish hook ear wires, and I'm going to attach my earrings to that memory wire that I just shaped. And you got to look to see which is the front and the back. The back is where it's going to overlap the wire. So this is the back. Okay. I'm just going to put them on my stand here to hold. I didn't pick out beads yet. What color beads should I use for the second pair here? You guys help me decide. There we go. Here we go. So now we have the memory wire portion. We just got to find a bead here to put down at the bottom. I just need a color. Purple, says Patty. Yep, I am. I just forgot to grab the beads. Let's see. Wonder if that bead is going to be too big. Hold on, let me look. That might be too big. All right, let's see what else we have. Ooh. I have a mix of beads in here. Those are purple and black, so we're going to use those. I'm going to grab a head pin. Yep, that'll work. The holes on these are a little bit larger, so I didn't know if I was going to need to put a bead on the top and the bottom so that our head pin would work, but I don't need to. They'll work just fine. Okay. I'm going to make our loop on the head pin, open up the loop, grab one of the earrings, and put that on there. I'm not explaining the whole loop process on the head pin because there is a video out on YouTube that will explain the process. Today was about the memory wire portion. And you can also use the looper tool to create the loop and put it on. We'll do a pair. We still have 15 minutes, so I could do another pair here, and we can do TO for that one, Chris. All right, so we'll put this one on this one. Thursday night, we used the looper tool to put them on our earrings. And tonight, or today, it's not night yet, I decided I was going to use this technique. So you can do either. And there they are. They are, I'm going to put it up so that I can focus better on it. Hold on. I'm going to make another pair and we'll do teal. So there is the second set of earrings that we made. Those are purple and black. It just takes practice, Grammy. Takes practice. All right. Thanks, Grammy. All right. We're going to do another pair. We got the big slinky part. I'd cut off a little bit earlier because I was making some other stuff and I just did it with a smaller one. So we're going to cut off two circles. So there's where our wire is at. I'm just lining it up and getting two. And then we can let this go and set it aside. Hi, Rose. Now I'm going to move it down so you guys can see. And then when we get to the bead part, we'll grab some teal colored beads. So we got two loops again. Thank you. Is it Gentry? Is it Genty Gritty? Am I pronouncing that right? And we're going to cut off just a little bit of those two when we lined them up so that we're just a little bit short of a complete loop. I know it seems weird that we're wasting just a little bit, but it's the way that I can do it to make sure they are identical. So together, they're still together. When I cut them apart, they were, cut off that other piece. They were together. Now I have mine still together and I'm going to grab my chain nose or flat nose plier, put it in here, hold it in with my right hand, and with my left hand, I'm going to push it away from me to create that horse eye look. So like that. And I use the side of my pliers. If you guys notice, I'm using the side of my pliers to guide it. That's what I do. And if you know, there is our horse eye look. The wire has a short and a long. And these are very close to the same. When I take them apart, you can tell it now better. This is my short side. This is my long side. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my bail making tool and use the smallest one. Put it in there towards, so you don't have very much in between. And then just roll that around until you get a complete loop. Where it is, this one is, if I look at it, do you see where it has just a little bit there that's not touching? I want to make sure it's touching. I haven't done anything, so maybe I can roll it a little bit more with my tool. Yep, I could. But I'm also going to use my pliers and just push that down. Because I want that to touch. There. See how it's over, it's just like touching right there? That's what I want. Okay. This is a bail making pliers. That's what this one is, Serena. Take the larger end, put it through our loop, and it comes through. So you see how it's in that loop? And now I'm going to take my bail making plier and I am going to roll it on the top away from me and bring it all the way around so it touches. So I have 2 loops right there. And this one is a lot, it'll wiggle because it's not in that one. Okay. Now I'm going to set that down, grab my other one, and oh, you're very welcome. We're going to do the smaller side first again. Create our loop. There we have our circle. Put that inside that piece of the longer one goes inside the circle. Turn it around towards you and wrap that circle around the top away from you. And there you have the second one. Now, I did not check on both of these. Are they straight up and down? And not quite. So you do see how this one's like angled? Use your straight nose pliers and get him straightened out. And all I can tell you is you just fiddle. I don't know how else. You'll figure it out when you're making it, which ways when you look at it that you need to go. So that when I look at it, it's still not 100% there. Let's see. And this is a little bit there. There we go. Now we got it. Now he's straight, up and down. Not sideways, not a little bit off center. And then this one, when you look at it, he needs to turn a little bit this way. I have the tool that I bought first because I didn't know about the sizing. So this is a new tool for me and I'm loving it. So this one has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, or something like that. And so it's 3 is the smallest. There is one that does start with 2, but it only has 2 sizes on it. And I'm going to get that because I want to try it with the 2 millimeter. So it really truly is each person's, like, how big do you want your loop to be? Sorry, I'm not going live with someone else right now. And I keep getting people asking to go live. So I'm going to order a second pair to get a smaller loop. So you just got to, when you're ordering them, just read what the loop sizes are. And I didn't realize that when I bought this one, that there was one that was smaller. So lessons learned. I'll share my lessons with you guys. Once again, we got our ear wire, which is just a fish hook. I'm going to open it up, figure out which is my back and my front. And this is the back towards me. And we'll put that one on there. Grab another fish hook. Back. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting them on my display while I'm going to be making my loop. I'm going to grab teal now. Trying to remember, I think my teal's underneath blue. Dark. It's more sky. Here we go. Ooh. I want to do this bead, I think. Okay. Oh, no. Yes, it's okay, Chris. Thank you, Crafty. Look at that bead. It is a flower. I think that's the bead I want to use. Yeah. I will show you in just a moment, Sunrise, if that's okay. So we're going to put our bead on. A head pin. There we go. Got them both on. Now we are going to, oops, there we go. Create our loop on there, which once again, I will tell you, I didn't explain that part of it because there's a video that goes into more detail. Explaining that loop takes its own session. And then we will get that bead on here. And cut off that little end with the flush cutters. I'm holding off until I get both of them done to show you guys. I like that bead on there. It gives it more of like a daytime fun look, I think. We'll let you guys decide. Wrap that around. There's my cutter. I was grabbing the memory wire cutter, and that won't work with that. Ooh, hey, we are at 10K. I'm showing Catlin that we are at 10K on my side. So, all right, here's the reveal of this pair with the flowers. So there, I'll show you over here on YouTube. I'm thinking those are really cool. Nope, you need, I'm at 10.4 is what I show. It's 10K. So we're good. We will do a giveaway here in a second. I just have to show you guys these again because I'm loving them. So that is using some fun. Those are just a glass bead. That's all it is a glass bead. All right, I'm going to do the giveaway and then I will show you guys what I use for my organization. So if you guys can put in the chat a guess between 1 and 50, and we will give away bead soup today. Oh, we have a winner, and the winner is Catlin. You are the winner. So let me grab some bead soup colors for you to choose from. The answer was 23. I can't reach in there. It's too high. It's like I can't get it. Let's get it. Ooh, let's do that one. All right. Miss Catlin, you can choose between the Crackle large beads or the blue soup mix. Over here on YouTube, this is the Crackle beads and this is the blue. So I just need you to let me know. Blue, all right. I will get that one for ya. Now I'm going to show you guys my storage that I use for my beads. All right, you're very welcome. Let me get that out of the way. These are the Elizabeth Ward bead storage solutions. They have a row here of the large, then you get 2 rows of the medium, you get 2 rows of the small, and then you get 1 row of the tinies in this option. The other option is that it's all tinies for all the rows. Each tray comes with a lid and then the tray portion. And then depending on which option you get, it depends on how many containers there are. But each container here has its own. So every bead has its own. Yep, Elizabeth Ward bead storage solution. You just open it up when you want to take a bead out, and then you don't lose them. So if you're taking something on the go, you just grab what you need and take it with you, and you're not losing beads everywhere. So, yep, it took me, I will be honest, you guys, because these are not something that you can just like go out and buy all of these all at once on my budget. I could not afford it. It took me over 2 years, not quite 3, but over 2 years to get all of the storage containers that I needed for mine. I have like probably, I think it's 240 to 260 of the trays. So yeah, it was not something. Okay, 8 millimeters in an entire strand. The smalls usually can hold it. Like here's 10 millimeter strand in that. But then like I have different size ones in here. And what I also did is because I have like, I had the one I had in my hand earlier. Where did it go? Not that one. There was one that I held up earlier. This one. If I have little, they come with little labels that you can put on the top, but I didn't put them on the top because things change out a lot. I copied them and then cut them out and put them in here. And if it's an orange highlight on it, it means I have more of this in my back stock and I can just go grab it out of my blues. So yes, I know that sounds really weird because if I were to put all of what I had into like these, I would have needed a lot more containers. So I had to get creative to keep it down so I didn't have to buy so many. And I probably have about, and I just put them in the little plastic shoebox containers, storage containers, and I probably have about 30 storage containers that has my excess of these. So I had to plan and figure out what I was going to do. And this, I will let you guys know, is my personal collection. So when I sell beads, I'm not selling them out of what's behind me. I buy those beads specifically for you guys. I know we did on Monday night, we had our subscriber comment only live. Everybody could watch it, but only subscribers could comment and purchase the items. So when we, the first item was to do, the first item was for the tassel necklaces. And then the second item was for the wire wrap. I actually did use, that was the one time that I've gone to my personal collection to give you guys beads. So those beads are actually from behind me in my storage containers. So I normally don't do that, but I thought it would be cool to make those kits using some of the beads that I have. So yeah, that was like a first time. My husband is like, well, you can sell these. And I'm like, oh no, I can't. I can't sell my beads. They're mine. Yeah, and those I got, let's see if I can figure out. Hold on, there is another one in here. I do not know where I got them from. So I use the little labels that I've printed off. I will use those to write down where I purchased them at, the amount per bead, and then if I want to reorder them, if I order them from like my suppliers, what the item number is. Not all of them. I didn't start that process until later on. So some of these, if I've had these beads for a while, I might not have done it. But like I know this one here, I don't have it in here, but I know I bought these from Fire Mountain. But I don't know the item number. So to go back and order them again for Fire Mountain, maybe impossible. Yep, you can buy in here in the Elizabeth Ward. She has the containers. She has the like all the sizes, the tinies only, and then there is a bead tray that you can buy from her also or in that line. You can buy the empty trays, and you can buy each one of these containers in here in different quantities to build your own. So it is very versatile to you. Like here, I've left this one as what it was before. Same there. You'll see I will have some here. It's not the same. I've got 2 rows of the large, and then I have 3 rows of the medium and 1 row of the small. You can make them your own. And I've done that on a few of mine. So it's a cool storage system, but it does get to be pricey when you're trying to do a bead wall like that. But for me personally, this is a lot easier for me to find my beads. I have, you guys, you will watch me. I will look. I have my colors and I have what's in it. So this is blue glass. I don't do them in size range because I found I couldn't get it to like have my trays in size range. When I have a lot of the color like green and blue, you will see, like, if you heard me when I was grabbing the blues, when we were looking for teal, I said, oop, that's a dark blue. That's a sky blue. I kind of matched the colors of blue together when I built the tray, but they get mixed up because I buy beads and I put them into the tray where it will fit. But I started out that way. And that's another reason why I didn't go with size, is because when I was making the bead soup for the memory wire bracelet kits, I actually emptied out about 6 containers. And so I don't know if the bead that's going to replace it is going to be that same size container. So that's why I didn't, like it would be the exact same size of bead and it's fit in that container. So that's why I didn't get down to really organizing it. I just did it by color and by the type. And it works for me, because literally, if you guys watched when I was pulling out beads, I can look down, I can see them. And that's what I love about them. And I also love that if I picked it out here, I could go and take them down to my living room, and I don't have to worry about, am I going to spill them? Is it closed? That type of thing. Yep. And I do have 1 drawer unit. I only have 1, but that I keep like my my wire in. I keep my I used to, when I had small rolls of stretchy, I would keep my stretchy in there. My crimp tubes, my bead stoppers, it's that type of a holder. It's not the things that I'm going to use all the time. And then the circles that I use for one of my necklaces, they're up there because I don't use them for anything else than that one necklace. So I don't do the drawers very often. And as you can tell, I have used these in the past, and I use them still, where you have like the craft ones that you can get. These are actually from Menards, and I can change the size of my containers. So as you can tell, these are bigger than these, and it's because you slide them in there. But, hi Rosebud, you have to be careful that you don't accidentally take the divider out of the tray. The ones that you get from the craft store are like this, and you can't move the divider. So if you have less beads, you still have the same size container as if you had a lot of beads. And that just, yes, the ones from Menards, these dividers do move. So you have to be careful. I loved it that I could change my size of mine and I wasn't wasting as much space as these. But then when they moved, that would just torque me off because they would get mixed up, and that just drives me nuts. So ultimately, this is the best option for my style. My sister would rather have all the beads in just a box, and you just pull them out. You go to a box and you pull them out. So yeah, everybody does it differently. And one of my friends, I have probably like 15 trays of blue glass. She can't handle it. It's too many choices. I have to just give her a couple, and then she can bead. So everybody is different on how they organize and what they can do to make it. But that's what ultimately worked for me. So, all right. I'm going to put this one back on my shelf. You'll always look at me to make sure, so I have the name of it on the outside. That's why I'm always like looking at the end of it. It's really truly so I don't put it in backwards. And then I don't know what it is. I was gonna say, I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yeah, not a problem. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to use memory wire to make a very simple earring today. Because to me, these are a very, very simple earring, but they are a statement piece. And with this color of a bead, hey Chris, it might have been the good color because look at that one does stand out with my hair color. Because if I put a dark colored bead, it blends in. So like the purple one, you can't really see it. Oh, that's okay. And as always, it is recording on YouTube, so you guys can always watch that. And literally, I do not dye my hair this color. This is my natural hair color. So I have to, if I were to wear longer earrings like that, they would have to be a lighter color for you to be able to see them, like those. I don't wear dangles though. So yeah, to me, like when you do that cut glass here, the faceted glass, they just make a very stunning earring. This one here with the blue, it's more of a casual in a way, but it's still cool. And that's why I wanted to show you guys. And that's why I was excited to do this one. Hi, Juana, is to show you what you can do with memory wire that is different. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning this one and that you guys will be able to do something with it. If you guys make these, just like Joya did on Thursday, she watched the Thursday night's tutorial and then on Friday, she made a pair of the earrings with it. Oh, bye, Miss Jade. Yeah, exactly, Crafty. You get it. It's like, it is just so unique. I love it. So go ahead and take pictures or do a video and then like tag me on whatever social media you put it on. I am on Facebook as a page group. You know, you'll be able to find CarolJo's out there and tag it. I am on Instagram. I am on YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. So if you guys actually use Pinterest, I'm out there too. It is nearing. Yeah, and so they are just a fun earring to make. So I hope you guys will tag me in with what you guys do. Yes, the loop, it's memory wire, and if you use stainless steel, it's going to be a lot harder than doing a loop with some of the gauges that, you know, have a higher number, but it means it's a smaller gauge. You know, so you will be able to play around and find some sort of memory wire that will work for you to be able to do it. For me, it's actually the silver is easiest for me to work with when we're wanting to make the loop. Now, if I'm going to make a bracelet, I would use the platinum every day just to give it more stability. But with the earrings, I don't need that much stability as I do on a bracelet. So you guys get to play around. Let me know what you like, don't like, and see what you come up with, okay? I also want to tell you guys, have a great Easter holiday if you're someone that celebrates Easter. I hope you have a great day tomorrow with friends and family if that's what you do. Some people don't celebrate with friends and family, and I hope you still have a great day. So I will be back on Monday. I will post the schedule of what we're going to be doing this next week on Sunday night. So that'll be out on my Facebook page, but we will be back on live for sure on TikTok and YouTube on Monday at 8 p.m. Everybody have a great day, have a great night, have a great weekend, have a great Easter. Bye.